cookie cutters, God gave you a nose to breathe with so you can keep your mouth shut. Welcome to the podcast.
Now,
Take
Chuck
a
Basher,
seat.
you just were playing chicken shit. You'd rather go to Pelican Bay than face us.
All right. Well,
it was either that or let's talk about Sex by Salt and Pepper. It was a toss-up.
If they were packing heat, I'd toss their salads.
Oh my God.
Let's not get right into the tranny stuff. Let's ease our way into it.
So what, you want to start from the beginning?
But with the trip?
Yeah.
Well, we got back Monday morning. We took the red eye Sunday night. I know, I guess we could all go around the table and talk a little bit about the trip. I'm going to be perfectly honest. In the days leading up to the trip, I was a nervous wreck.
I know.
And Brad and I had many conversations in the days leading up to the trip. Lenny was having some health problems, and his status for the trip was in jeopardy. As you guys saw in part one, when he was having the breathing issues, we had things we needed to discuss and make sure he was physically sound for the trip. We had Hurricane Florence headed right toward Andrew Kalora in South Carolina. Thankfully for South Carolina and Andrew, it veered to the north and didn't hit him or his state as badly as it was originally forecasted. So Lenny was able to make it. Lenny, you were actually feeling better by the second day of the trip. You know, you weren't breathing like that.
Yeah, the night before we left, Andrew's like, "Oh, gun to your head, which way you betting? Lenny's going or not?" And I would say not. I didn't think you'd go. But
well, I owed it to the maniacs.
You always pull through,
I got
man.
it through. Yeah. And, you know, at great personal risk to my own health.
Yeah.
I did it. I'm glad I did it. And the symptoms are easing up. And I'm still not sleeping good. My calves on the front are just popping open with the skin because of the swelling.
Brad and I were on the phone the day before the trip trying to come up with contingency plans just in case you couldn't make it or you and Andrew couldn't make it. We didn't know what the hell we were going to do.
We didn't think either of them were going to make it at one point.
I was a nervous wreck. I'm not going to lie.
Were you worried about Jay Masters not making it?
He was already there.
Yeah. The one guy that we thought wasn't going to go was there 2 days before we got there.
Yep. He was there before all of us.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it all worked out, man. It worked out well. I thought we obviously didn't do everything we wanted to, but
we needed another day.
Yeah.
What else did you want to do, Brad, specifically?
Oh, according to Nate, go to the Grand Canyon.
No, I would have liked to gone to, because we stayed at the Rio. I would have liked to gone to the Voodoo Lounge. It was in our hotel. We never even fucking went up there.
That's a shame that we didn't.
I would have
go
liked to gone to the pool during the day. Never did that. It was just we got so busy with everything, and just didn't stop.
Expo took all day too.
Yeah. Plus, didn't fucking sleep at all. I think slept about 8 hours total the whole fucking time. It's ridiculous.
I'd like to shout out the redheaded policewoman. It's a very nice girl.
Dominican from Jersey.
She's in the video for
a lot of fun. I guess apparently she wasn't a misfit maniac, but she is now.
Her husband is, though.
Good. Yeah, I could tell.
He's a good guy. They were good sports, man.
She can be the current queen of the misfits.
Normally when we go and film something, be it the Ruby or just a regular workout video or any kind of excursion that we do, I never really operate under any kind of pressure. If we film, great. If not, oh well, we're not really obligated to do anything. But because of the GoFundMe, in the days leading up to the trip, I felt like there was 1,000-pound weight. I mean, remember, Brad, I kept asking you, I'm like, we haven't filmed enough. Shit. I all trip long.
The 1,000-pound weight was me, Andrew Kalora, and Jay Masters.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. So, but.
It's about a combined 1,000, a little more.
It came out good. I got some. You fucking alcoholic drinking on the plane. You sit next to Leonard on a plane, squeezed him, sitting bitch between you two fucks, and tell me how much you guys want to fucking drink. Plus, we had a night flight. We left at what, 7:30? We got there at 9:30, whatever.
We checked into the hotel at 11 p.m. Vegas time, but in our brains it was 2 a.m. because we're 3 hours earlier. So the first night was a wash. And, it just, we needed one more day and one more night to really do what we wanted to do and provide more ments. But we have one more video that's going to get uploaded. And I don't want to say his name because he asked me not to. But we had someone out there who's a friend of ours. He's a maniac, and he did some filming for us at Las Vegas Lounge with Lenny. Just small clips that'll be in the last video. I couldn't make it that night. I had something come up, and no. So Aaron, I guess I just said his name, didn't I? Fuck it. Aaron came through and filmed a few clips.
As the porch monkey say, true that.
Word up. Did you just fart?
Yes.
God damn it.
Yes, I did.
I always know when you do. You sit up a little bit.
Yes, I did.
You lean to the right and sit up.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would ever want to do another excursion like this using a GoFundMe. It was too much pressure. I felt too obligated to film.
You can't really relax, you know. And at some point, you know, you just want to put the camera and the phone down and just enjoy yourself and not have to fucking constantly film shit. It definitely gets old. People don't understand that.
Yeah, I've been reading comments on the videos we put up on YouTube. Oh, you know, start a GoFundMe for your next trip to Thailand or Italy, but I don't think I want to operate under those circumstances again. It was too much pressure to deliver. We just don't like feeling obligated, you know. As much as we enjoy providing content, we don't want to do it under the gun, knowing that if we don't, it'll be open season on us because we started a GoFundMe for it.
Yeah, but we always come through. I don't think it would be a big deal.
Well, it's something like this. It's like pay-per-view TV or cable TV. You're paying for it. Are they obligated to entertain you? Well, but what they show on cable sucks, so people pay for it anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people wanted their money back after Manny Pacquiao fought Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. That fight was a dud. What did they spend, $100?
Supposed to be fighting again, too, I heard.
No.
Yeah.
Anyone who buys that is an idiot.
Yeah.
It was a cookie cutter.
I don't know. It was a good trip, I thought.
Yeah, Big Lou had a great suite up at the pool party. I never seen anything like that. Wonder if
He had
they
a
have
fucking massage table in his room.
Yeah. Do they have anything like that in Miami or Fort Lauderdale where you got to...
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Probably Miami.
South Beach.
Might have something better for all we know.
Yeah.
I don't go down there much.
And we didn't see Jason that much out there. We saw him briefly at the Expo, and then if you watched the last video, we all got something to eat on the last day, and then
He met us for lunch.
we saw him at the gym. And Brad, I'll let you tell the story about Jane wanting to squeeze into the van.
Oh my God, she's like, we're like, Jane, there's no fucking room. And Kalora at that point, he was toast.
Does he know she was going to sit on his lap?
He was in a fucking mood. He's like, no fucking way. I'm like, I'm driving. I don't really give a shit because nobody's sitting on my fucking lap. But
We had,
she's like, oh, I'll sleep. I'll lay on top of the luggage. Like, what? I'm like, no, you will not lay on top of the fucking luggage. Jane.
just to not have to spend $20 on an Uber. It was you. I mean, Lenny, Jay, and Kalora in a little Kia minivan. There was no room.
Nate, who's over 200
No, it was
pounds.
Nate.
Yeah.
Pumps.
Everyone's 200.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
Pumps is close to 300 pounds. I saw his fat ass get on that scale. He weighed 294. You'll see it on the video.
I don't think Andrew put him in the video.
One of those human sacrifices he shoves down his gullet, his little devil.
Pomps is an old friend of mine. We used to skateboard back in high school, and he's a friend of Greg's too. That's why he wanted to go out with us because it was Greg's 40.
I don't know. They make skateboards heavy enough to hold something.
No, he was thin back then. This is 20 fucking years ago, Leonard.
Well, when we did a live stream from the minivan when we were driving to the Hoover Dam, people kept asking who's the old guy in the back. So finally, I just said
He's only a fucking year older than me.
It's Gary Genova.
What the hell's he been doing all that time?
I don't know, man.
What's he do for a living?
He's a postal worker.
Oh, where in Delray?
No, up in Palm Beach.
No shit.
Yeah.
He lives up there?
Yeah.
He didn't even say goodbye.
He's very quiet. He's reserved. He was the one that used to always film us and take. He's got footage of us from when we were teenagers skateboarding and shit.
Why don't you post it online? I think the maniacs want to see it.
They'll have to get with him.
You got some old skateboarding footage?
Space Hatch. Oh, he's got tons of shit, man. He's got tons
They'd like
of
to
old
see that, I'm
photos
sure.
and shit. Yeah. Oh, too bad. That's up to me. But yeah, he used to be the
I
one
used to
filming.
cross-dress as a teenager. You wanted to see that?
No.
So what was your impression of Las Vegas, Lenny, overall?
Yeah, I liked that. Well, the weather was warm. I mean, they say it's dry, but it's hot. Drains you.
That wasn't even as hot as it gets. Normally it goes up to about
And
110.
there's a lot of nice gyms out there close by. I mean, for a guy like me on a bike, it'd be great. Not any bugs. You know, a nice Las Vegas lounge, which I wish I had one in Delray. At the end of the corner, I'd be there hitting that place as much as possible. bringing stuff home.
Well, why don't you tell us who was in the Las Vegas lounge?
Well, I walk in, there's at least 8 or 9 10s sitting around.
Yeah, Greg
It's
said
like,
that
oh, we hit the jackpot.
Greg said that place is fucking all the time like that. Jammed.
And you got there.
He's like, there's a couple nights, he said, where there's guys that are clearly guys cross-dressing, but they're on certain nights it's just all trannies. He said a lot of them are very hot. He said you picked out the fucking ugliest one.
6'4".
She picked me out and she put a vice grip on my traps, and she would let me go. I figured I'll get away from eventually.
Lenny, I think you were secretly.
She did not let me go.
I think you were secretly looking for one who looked like LeBron.
Oh, please.
Well, this I saw her.
What time did
She's
you get to that
bigger
place?
than you.
3 a.m. you got
She
there?
was close. Well, she had the heels on. We got there pretty late, but then we went
Yeah,
back.
you left the pool party at 3.
The funny thing is, we went back to the hotel and they had changed the combination on my key card, so I had to call Andrew for he was downstairs, and he had to come up and open the door. And she decided to lay on the floor, and she's laying so all you see is her panties, and there's people walking by, and there's this huge bulge in the front, and she just sitting there like,
Oh my God.
sitting on her side like that. I'm like, God, what this is too good.
What was her name? His name, whatever. Jamal?
I don't remember.
Perfect.
Well, now she's known as Jamal.
Not in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, really?
God. Well, didn't you guys
You
go
sure?
down to the market to get fucking or whatever the store in there? To get
yeah.
condoms.
And what
Well,
else?
she requested them, but for reasons I really didn't particularly care for.
And Greg was with you the whole time, directing everything.
Yeah. Craig and Andrew.
Greg is a funny motherfucker, man. That video was cracking me up.
That video was just a glimpse of the way he is. He's got to be one of the most naturally wound up people I've ever met. He never stops.
No, he's
like a
100
wind up
miles an hour.
He's constantly in fifth gear. It's
And that,
amazing.
even when he's straight, he doesn't have to do anything. He's naturally just
Apparently, he
fucking
hits
hyper.
that place quite often. So
And he's
He could be a stand-up comedian, definitely. The stories he has are out of fucking control.
he's one of those people who can deliver a funny line without cracking a smile. So it makes it even funnier because he's naturally funny, but he'll never laugh. He always has this dead serious face.
Oh yeah.
So you never know, like Brad said, you never know when he's being serious or when he's joking. It's hysterical.
I'll say this: it was one of the best oral sex I ever received, and the best massage too, and with the fingernails.
Go Jamal.
She wanted to please you. She's aiming to please.
Did you put in the next video Andrew Calora imitating Greg?
I don't think so. I can re-edit it. I can look at it. I don't remember if I did it in.
About the Snickers bar. Was that his idea to buy the Snickers bar, or was that yours?
Well, I wanted to do it.
Had you ever done that before?
I did it with a girl in the Keys in the power bar. And then it got pretty scary at the end of it after I did it. And I stuck it in her hard. She didn't like it. She goes, ooh, that's a little too hard. But I ate it when it came out. And then I said, I really enjoyed my time here. I said, I love you by mistake. And she looked at me. She goes, don't say that unless you mean it. I said, what do you mean? She goes, don't ever tell me that.
You're talking about the one in Vegas or the one in the Keys?
It's like,
How long ago was that?
it's about 10 years ago. It's quite a while ago.
He's talked about that before.
Yeah.
We're talking about Vegas now, Leonard.
Yeah. Well, there was a few other ones I wanted to hook up with. She just did not let it happen.
She was cock blocking, huh?
Well, she had the massage like a Vulcan death grip on my traps, a very strong grip with one hand. It felt really good and relaxing. It loosened me up. But she knew when she grabbed me that I couldn't turn. I was trying to turn my head. And, nah. And besides, she probably would have beat everyone's ass in there anyway.
Yeah, that thing was fucking big. Then they're texting me because me and Nate stayed at the pool party till it closed. We at like 4:30, and then we went to a diner with Robert Frank and them guys and ate. And I got back to the hotel. These fucking he's like,
What time did you? I remember an appearance you made over there at the hotel. You came in.
at like 6 a.m. And Andrew and Greg are sitting at the bar. They're like, you got to come and see this.
She did say when you came in, she got a little nervous. I guess she got scared of your arms and your tattoos.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, she did. She's like, oh. She says, I'm feeling uncomfortable.
They're like, so I got in and I see Andrew Calora was actually drinking a beer. I'm like, you're drinking a beer? He's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm like, oh boy, is that bad? Huh? They're like, you got to see this. Greg's like, you're coming up there now. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Greg almost got crushed sticking his camera up between us, literally getting under us. I mean, if we would have both laid down, he would have been dust.
He called you dog balls.
I'm happy to say I didn't get to that part of the video, the portion that I watched.
He said he was reaching underneath you too.
I didn't get that far.
See, I felt his hand rubbing against my balls.
Didn't he slap you in the ass too?
Yeah. For reasons I don't want to divulge, as to lead any young maniac astray. It's not what you think either.
I think you've done that already.
Hey, that's how it works, though. I mean, once you get smacked, you go like that. He must.
I got you.
That's like a.
Oh, yeah, I know.
To snort.
Smack him in the ass.
He's a fucking wild man. You get his brother even said, he's like, oh boy, you let Lenny go out with Greg. I'm like, he's like, oh, those two are not good together. I said, yeah. That's so funny.
And the Expo, what'd you think of that?
A lot of cookie cutters, but, nice guys all around, It's getting to the point where, I like seeing new products come up with the FDA and stuff, and everything's so touchy. It's just, I want to go to an Expo and see, brand new top of the line NPP or something, or some type of super modified trend.
Were you trying a lot of the supplements there? I didn't try shit except for that kratom.
No, just a kratom.
Yeah, I didn't. There was kids walking around with fucking bags filled with shit. I didn't take anything.
I came in with one packet of pre-workout.
No, that's it. Yeah, I'm. I was more annoyed with Jay the whole fucking day. He was being such a fucking whiny bitch.
The whole trip, not the whole day.
God, he made me. I just wanted to stay the fuck away from him as much as I could in there.
Jay just wanted to sit at the hotel pool, drink, and watch football. That was his plan. And we told Jay we would with him, and we never ended up doing it. And I think that rubbed him the wrong way. And
hey, he could have came over Sunday morning and did it, because we didn't do shit Sunday morning.
That's true.
I tried to sleep. I slept for after I saw that nonsense in your room, I slept for 2 fucking hours. I couldn't go back to sleep.
Pretty good time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But
would you go again?
Yeah, I'd go again. If I had a live place, I'd live out there, And they say the economy's good, plenty of jobs.
Yeah, housing's cheap.
Nice gyms. There's a lot of nice gyms. Not the ones we were at, but all over the place. There's little mom and pop type gyms.
Yeah, nice ones. Jay went to a couple different ones too, I believe.
Yeah, I would have liked to have done that. But maybe I'd rather go to maybe Area 51, I don't know, than the Hoover Dam, but just doing some research on that and I understand that's set up for a lot of the royalty in England, like the Queen of England and her family and a lot of the rich elitists of the world. It's not necessarily what people think. Area 51 is a hiding spot for the elite and the want some money. They have over 100 years of food supply down there, which tells you if they have 100 years of food, they can extend people's lives. They have the money. The technology's there. And there's deep, deep, deep tunnels of living quarters all set up down there, too. That's the secret of Area 51.
Well, they say you can't even get close to it.
Well, of course you can't, because that's for the elitists.
Because they'll
believe me.
As soon as you're getting close, they'll come out and redirect you.
It's a new world order. These people are going to decide how many people live on this continent, and there's going to be genocide and euthanasia, and you're not going to have a choice. That's what's coming.
Really?
I guarantee it.
When?
Within the next, unless people, you could fight it, but that's what's coming.
All right, a gift.
We got a gift we're opening up. We got, here, go ahead and do the honors of that. Looks like a couple of shirts in here.
Hi, Big Lenny. I'm doing well as you prepare for your trip to Olympia.
A little late on that.
Oh, got a Trump. Oh, great.
What does that say?
Nice.
It's a T-shirt that says Smegma 2020. Silent majority endorses great man again Trump. I love it.
Thank you very much.
Shit, I wish we would have opened this sooner so you could award out there.
Hi, Brad or Andrew. Please don't read this on the air. Okay, then let me shut up.
There you go.
I'll read this after the podcast. Bill, thank you very much, Bill. I'll read this after the podcast, and we'll be in touch.
Bill from Massachusetts, East Walpole. Thanks, Bill.
That's where Matt's from.
Oh, yeah? Hold on.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Oh, let's see. Show us the gift, Leonard. Turn it around. It's a good ass wiping shirt. Thanks, Bill from Massachusetts.
By the way, Brad, you going to go see Fahrenheit 1119 tomorrow? It's Michael Moore's latest movie.
Is that what it's called?
About Donald Trump. Yeah, 1119. I guess it's the way Dave was elected. You going to go see it?
No.
Michael Moore, your hero, that fat, insulin-resistant, dope-smoking, coffee-drinking, cuck pig, homosexual, ex-Catholic priest coward.
You're calling him a homosexual?
Yeah, damn right. I'm the most straightest man on this planet.
You ate a fucking 6'4" man's asshole
Damn
out.
right, a girl.
He was on all fours.
It's a fucking.
A girl.
It's got a cock and balls. It's a man, Leonard.
Here's my homosexual's way to salvation is to turn himself into a 10-10-10. That's the way to salvation. That's the way to escape the pits of hell. Turn yourself into a 10-10-10. If you want to be, if you think you're born a woman,
Yeah.
act like it. Look like it. Don't look like some sniveling man, some queer. No one wants to see that.
Sniveling queer.
Same with the dykes. If you want to look like a,
Yeah,
you want to like
we've
women,
talked about that
turn
before.
yourself into
So
a female bodybuilding freak. Then you'll escape the hellfire.
Sniveling queer.
Jesus fucking Christ.
God.
So anyway, Friday we got to go to the Hoover Dam without Leonard.
We got to go. You forced that poor.
I didn't force anybody to do shit. I just
Tricked
suggested.
all of them.
No, I just suggested it. The problem with Jay,
Why?
what the problem?
Why would you suggest to go there?
Because none of those guys have seen it. Nate never went. Pomps never went.
They never seen a
Even though-
landfill over at Deerfield Beach. You want to take them there too? They got vultures.
different.
It's even better.
Andrew never went out there.
No.
So what? You didn't have to go.
Is there any girls there?
The best part Nate couldn't fly his drone.
Why they wouldn't let him?
There were signs everywhere. They had No, he brought it with him, but he couldn't fly it.
Yeah, it would have been cool footage.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with Jay was he insisted that we go to a fucking. I want to smoke some grass. He wanted to go to the fucking dispensary so bad. And don't fucking edit this out either. I don't give a shit. He demanded we go to a dispensary first. I said, Jay, why don't we go after? Because I knew what the fuck was going to happen. Because we still had to go to the gym later. So we go to the fucking.
Jay Masters doesn't strike me as your average hippie pothead.
Well, it's the whole.
When in Rome.
When you're out there, since it's all legal, people wanted that experience of going into a dispensary
Right.
and being able to buy. You know what I'm saying?
Sodomy's legal. You want the experience of getting a dick up your ass?
That's a very good point, but whatever. He wanted to go. He insisted on it. I said, why don't we wait till after? Because I knew what would happen. If we get stoned, he won't want to fucking move. Whatever. He gets some chocolate. We all get a little whatever.
I got some chocolate.
Yeah, I know you did. I know you did. That's stinky chocolate.
Shit.
Right out of that fucking cornhole.
Guarantee your her ass tastes better than your girl's.
Probably. Who the fuck knows?
You wouldn't know.
No, I don't.
Freudian slip. He was saying probably.
Because I
Ooh,
don't.
you say you did do it.
Because I don't eat ass. But anyway. So this fat asshole,
shows.
he gets a 50 milligram fucking chocolate bar. He eats.
What do you shove it up your ass? Huh?
Yeah, you wish, you sick fuck.
That's what you do with those things. I got candy at home. Big N&M's just waiting to stick up a 10-10-10's orifice.
Why fucking bother?
I'm listening to you, but I was there. I don't
It's
need, but
all right.
go ahead.
So he eats a little piece of it. Okay. I told him, don't eat the whole thing. You never know. Even though he's a big guy, it doesn't matter. It still will hit you. So we're getting out of the car. He's like, oh, it's going to melt. So he just eats the whole fucking thing. So there we go. And then he doesn't want to do shit. He doesn't want to walk down the stairs.
That's what happens when
he doesn't want to get in the fucking elevator.
You don't
he didn't want to walk around. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he's a fucking mess and he's crying the whole day saying, oh, his workout's fucked up. Eating that fucking edible fucked up your workout, not going to the goddamn Hoover Dam. It didn't fuck anybody else up. But he wants to blame it on that like a jackass.
Well, that's why he shouldn't have talked so much about how much he's going to lift in Vegas when we do a gym video, which he did on Instagram, I think.
And he was complaining the whole day. Why do we have to go there so late? I want to work out now. So that whole day he was badgering the fuck out of us. So he already had me pissed off. And then Saturday, going to the Expo, all he was doing was crying. That's why I fucking flipped out on him. I wish you had that on camera. I snapped.
Was that during the drive to the Expo?
Yeah.
That's when you were in the park.
I don't even remember what I said. I was so fucking pissed. I know I was screaming at him, and then everybody was silent.
You know what the great thing is about Jay? If you yell at him, which even I've done before, he just sits there and looks at you and takes it.
Yeah.
He just takes it.
And then 5 minutes later, he's fine.
Yeah.
I know why.
Doesn't get mad, doesn't hold a grudge.
Psychologically, he needs that.
I think you might be right.
But then he continued to cry the whole fucking day. He continued to cry the whole fucking day.
More,
so I had to stay away from him.
He wants more of that acknowledgement, and that's discipline.
Yeah.
He should go to a 10-10-10 dominatrix and slap his behind a little bit, and then give him a nice kiss afterwards.
You know, we should have done.
We should have went to the Las Vegas Lounge.
I was going to say, if we knew that place existed on the first day, we could have just dropped him off there. Here you go, Jay. Here's a nice sports bar. You can go watch.
We would have got a nice massage, very minimum.
He would have walked right the fuck.
No, when you give him a few beers, he would have felt right at home.
You think so?
Just like Andrew Calora. You know, it's like very comfortable in there. You know, one of them wanted him to train him.
What about Pomps? What did he do?
Pomps didn't have the ball. No, what it was is Pomps probably was afraid he'd get his little ass raped. You know, it's not going to happen.
You were so pissed.
Probably come in and come out HIV positive.
He said he walked in and walked right out. He got an Uber and left.
You see 10 hot-looking girls sitting there with huge ass tits and ass and dressed up. I mean, you're talking some of them dressed up in them leather outfits.
He doesn't like black cock.
Shit.
Not everybody's as demented as you, Leonard. Just accept it. It's fine.
What's his relationship status?
I don't know. I don't ask questions.
I'm thinking the worst with him.
Who the fuck cares? What's your relationship status?
Need more 10-10-10s, and I need more tans.
Yeah.
More of both.
That one was a 10 fucking 2 with probably a 14 as big as that bitch was. When she walked out, Andrew, I was fucking shit because I was standing kind of when you go into the room to the right, like the hallway to the bathroom. I was standing over there with Calora and Greg.
She had like a Patrick Ewing dick,
dude. No, but she was as tall as the fucking door jam.
She could have played offensive tackle.
Huge. It's like she's like smile bye and went out the door. I'm like, holy shit. She was twice. She was bigger than you.
Those are heels on. She was not bigger than me.
Oh.
No, she was.
Oh, she's right.
Brian Shaw was bigger than me, and that's it.
I don't know. Greg Goliath got you too, I think.
Bullshit.
Which one?
He's got a trimmer waist.
The one that fucking tilts his body when he does pictures.
Who is that guy? I thought he was just a fan. I didn't realize
he was. He's pretty freaky looking. He's full of veins.
Well, he's huge.
He did a workout with Tony Huge in Vegas.
He ran up to you to take a picture with you. I just figured it was someone who watched the videos. I had no idea the guy was.
Yeah, he's very freaky. I don't know if he.
His calves look like bowling balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a monster, that guy. But anyway, and then we go into
the weight. He's not bigger than me.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't think there were much. Of course, those fat spooks probably. The Lemkin's bodyguards are probably taller and fatter.
Yeah,
I mean, for not taking use, they're pretty sorry specimens.
I didn't even realize that guy was still in the industry, to be honest with you. I don't pay attention to any of that shit. Fuck that idiot.
If anyone needed bodyguards, it was probably us, but we didn't have any. All the shit that you guys have talked.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, nobody said shit to. Everybody was actually very nice. The people that came up and shook hands and wanted to take pictures were all cool.
You know, I think a lot of people who funded the trip or knew about the trip were hoping or anticipating some type of confrontation or incident.
Nah.
But you know what? We had absolutely nothing. We didn't have one negative experience at the entire
I'm
expo.
disappointed my colored fans, meaning men, didn't come up and at least say hi.
Who?
They were very rude.
Who?
My colored male fans, rather.
Well, you took pictures with some black guys, didn't you?
Not that they didn't come up to me.
Most of your entourage was Mexican, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot
matter
of
of fact.
yeah.
Because they don't like porch
I
monkeys.
think they're Mexican. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
They hate them.
Oh my god.
My bodyguard was Mexican. I was totally. That's why
You had a designated
I was
bodyguard.
totally unscathed.
You made that kid's year, let me tell you.
Well, hell, you know, they knew the fucking
I think
Mexicans would come after.
I think he
Don't
would
fuck with me.
have. I think he would have taken a bullet for you. Seriously,
Oh
They
yeah.
could
he
have
was
taken
so
10
honored.
bullets.
Yeah.
he's in the videos a little bit. I think. In the
It
back.
was a pretty cool experience, except from Jay's crybaby shit, which I'm sure you got some of that on camera, but
Oh, yeah.
you didn't get all of it.
No,
he was
no.
driving each and every one of us fucking nuts. I don't know how many
Yeah.
times I told him, just leave, fucking leave, Jay. If you're not happy, fucking leave. He kept sitting down. My back. Where's my back? My back. I have cramps. My back. I'm having back spasms. It's like, shut up, man. You're a fucking grown man. Conduct yourself a court. What the fuck? I've never heard a grown man cry so much.
It was relentless for
Well,
the
it
whole
wasn't
trip.
comfortable for him. I could vouch for that.
Okay, well then go get yourself comfortable. You're an adult. You're fucking almost 50 years
but
old.
you can't be comfortable when you're that fucking big. Sorry. I mean, he's walking around carrying all that weight. He needs to lose weight.
He almost knocked over Chris Bell going into his booth just to sit on
Oh,
that
yeah.
fucking chair. That guy
Yeah.
was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Joe just sat there on the chair. They fed him kratom, and he's like, "Oh."
They should put him in the new bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah,
movie.
right. That guy is small. I didn't believe how
He did
small he
bodyguard. He
was.
cut up.
Yeah,
His brother did. Yeah.
his brother's the. I think he competes. The brother,
Yeah.
Mark. The one of them died. The one that was a wrestler.
Yeah.
But he was real nice too. He let us sit there and give
Yeah.
us a bunch of that shit.
Everyone we met was great.
Yeah.
A lot of people we didn't get to meet that were there. I think John Meadows was there. I saw videos. I didn't see.
Oh, really?
Maybe
I
they
thought we
did.
fucking went around the whole place, but apparently
No.
we missed.
They
Like,
were not even close. The whole left
yeah, we didn't
side
see
we
Lee
missed.
Priest either. I want to see him. We walked around pretty much the whole thing.
I saw Lee Haney there, but he was on a video with John Meadows. I knew I saw him when I looked at him. He looked a little bit frail compared to what he used to be, but I should have went up to him, but he was there.
Who was that other black guy you took a picture with the
Flex
fat
Wheeler.
nose?
Flex Wheeler.
Yeah. See, I don't know any of these fucking people.
He wasn't particularly
I'm
friendly.
not like I was telling Andrew. I didn't even know who Sean Roden was till that day. I didn't
Neither did I.
fucking heard of him.
And you predicted it when Palumbo interviewed you.
Yep.
Called
You
it.
guys are more into that shit anyway. It was interesting though. There was a lot of trim out there. Jesus.
Who finished second in the Olympia?
Phil Heath.
You think his reign is over?
No, not at all.
Flex Lewis won the
They keep
212.
saying he has a big gut. I don't see it. Looks fine to me.
You know, Flex Lewis was right next to us at the cabana at the pool. You know, he was wearing a suit. Did you see him? I didn't even
Flex
notice
is so
him.
damn small. I didn't even
Yeah,
notice.
Nate's like, "Oh, Flex." I'm like, didn't even recognize him.
Did he come up and introduce himself? No.
No. Well, Nate went and talked to him.
Coming
Nate-
up to
Nate
him
knows him.
to support him? No.
And there's a figure. I think it was a bikini chick at another cabana by us, the black one. You went over there and hit on her and her mother.
No, I hit on her. I hit her mother.
Yes,
I
you
didn't
did.
hit
Her
on her.
mother
I
was.
just asked- All I asked her mom, I don't know if that was her mom, and I just asked her, would you like me, can I crawl into that bed with you?
What'd she say?
Well, my husband's coming back. I said, we got room for the three of us.
Just so everyone knows, there were no cameras allowed at this pool party. They frisked everybody. They made you, if they caught you with any kind of a camera,
Yeah, that was high
they
security.
made you check it. And if they caught you filming on your phone, out you go. So
Well, let me say this.
if people who are
Chef
wondering
Gregory, the fuck's his name? Lumarco or
Fortunato.
Fortunato, he came in with all sorts of things. It didn't stop him.
Well,
That could have been a Menti experience at that thing, but that was, I don't know why the security,
hats off
why is
to-
the security
I
so
don't know, it
high?
was a pain
Because of
in the
the
ass.
shootings last year, probably.
Oh, yeah, I never thought of that.
Dude, they fucking, I'd pack a gum, they make me throw that out. It's like, oh, what are you kidding me? They look in your wallet.
Chef Fortunato could have brought all his ovens from the restaurant, and he's so good.
On his fucking 160-pound frame.
Believe that?
He's like 5'4", 160 pounds.
On him. But hats off to the Dominican police officer and her husband. They were really fun at the night.
Yeah, they were great, yeah.
She was really dressed to kill in that silk dress. I want to put my tongue up there next time.
Yeah. They're very cool.
I told her, right in front of her husband, I told her, I want to lay down right underneath you and watch a giant turd come out of your ass into my mouth. And she said, she just started laughing, so did her husband.
They're laughing, thinking that you're not serious.
Why don't we change the topic?
We're cringing because we know you are serious.
I want to change the topic.
He got fucking security. You got security called on you within the first fucking 20 minutes.
Well, I didn't see him and I didn't remember him.
I know you did. He was walking around the pool, marching around the fucking pool, just staring and talking to all the fucking black chicks he could find.
Some Spanish girls in there too, but there wasn't enough tans in there.
There's more. There's a lot of Asians from what I can remember.
Probably Filipino. That's a very...
Yeah, we took turns babysitting. Me and Kalora went with him the first time, and I'm like, Laura,
Of course, Nate made it worse. Lenny, behind me. Lenny, let's go. That really helps. Try to control. Then he's touching me from behind. I said, Nate, you touch me again, I'm going to knock you out.
I know, he came back. He's like, I can't. He yelled at me. I can't control him.
Faggot, pinworm.
I was
Make it obvious. Make it look like something's out of control with me, you jack off. Next time you got an eating challenge, I should have done that to you. Nate, you're going to get sick. I should have grabbed him right when he's about to finish it and just start doing the Heimlich so he pukes everything up for a big money event.
That's the last thing we did on Sunday. Just go watch.
Yeah, what the fuck we went to do that shit for? Walking all over the place, pandering to the pinworm.
Oh my God, we walked around that entire fucking hotel. Yeah. We passed those gondolas like 3 fucking times.
And you know what the worst part is that remember how Nate was having problems with the memory card on his camera? I was filming for him. Mm-hmm. You were doing all of that shit talking toward him at the end of the challenge. He lost all that footage because his memory card, he had a defect in it. So
that was the funniest shit. Even his buddies were cracking up.
Yeah, you were just destroying him.
It was great.
And none of it came out.
Actually, it could be on the main because he had the main camera.
You know what? You're right.
He probably got the audio.
There's a whole meal on his plate, and the fat bitch. Oh, I'm satisfied. You won. I was so pissed. I was livid.
And then
how do you accept that shit?
Pump said something like, "Oh, but it's that extra lettuce. That's garnish anyway." Lenny gave Pumps the biggest death look.
Fuck, I was part of the deal.
He was staring. He turned his head and he stared at him for like 2 good minutes. And Pumps like, "Is he serious right now?" I said, "Yeah, he doesn't like that."
Pumps, next time you light up a joint, I'm gonna rip it. You don't need all that. It's not gonna do anything for you.
Yeah, there was definitely still food left on that plate.
Pump's the type of guy that still rips open the customer's Playboy magazines when he delivers the mail to take a quick pic.
We don't even get those We don't even get those anymore.
Well, if they do, Pumps is the one open.
I wonder when Nate's going to put up that.
I think Pump's a hardcore fister.
Oh my God.
He doesn't like that other shit. He wants to go to the fist.
Isn't Nate going to Europe in a couple days?
Yeah.
So he's got to get that video
for like
up.
a month, yeah.
Must be nice, Nate.
See Dumbo.
Traveling all over the place.
Yeah. You'd like to do that? You could barely take a fucking 4.5-hour flight to Vegas. You think you're going to take a 9-hour flight to Germany?
Yeah, so they got good sex clubs over there. 10.
Lenny was actually surprisingly docile on the plane. You were okay. You didn't have any incidents.
Yeah, he barely moved.
You have to keep still on the plane. Brad was a little fidgety. He wasn't bad, but he was somewhat fidgety.
Yeah, because I had your fucking gorilla arm on me. You felt like you were 300 goddamn degrees.
So did you.
I don't know. It's because I was drinking. I was trying to get as bummed as I could to pass out.
We had some nice tan airline stewardesses on the way up and on the way back.
Yeah, the one there was Jamaican.
Big, thick Jamaicans. I think both were.
That's the one who put the seatbelt extender on you.
Yeah, you could tell. It's like he's calling me over to sexually fuck with me, and I got to put up with this shit. You can just tell they've been there and done that.
Mm-hmm. But the plane ride there was bad. That fucking air was not on.
Yeah, especially after Celeste takes a dump in that toilet. Taking all those body slams. Just imagine what oozes out of her.
she was on our flight, and we met up with her after.
Brad was timing it to run in and smell it when she was done.
You're such a fucking moron.
He won't lick
I'm
ass, but he
I'm
smells shit.
not a fecal freak like you, Leonard.
Kept looking and looking.
You're such a fucking pain in the balls. He's such a fucking pain.
Any comments or questions? We've sort of
No, there's like 100 right here.
neglected that. Let me look.
Did Lenny beat Jay Masters in a fight? Yes. Did Jay bitch the whole fucking trip or just the entire 4 videos we saw?
No, the whole trip.
See that? They even saw it in all the videos. Good.
Do you remember when we ate at the American Bar and Grill and he stormed off into the sports lounge?
Yeah, we're sitting there trying to eat. What are you guys doing? We're eating, Jay. He's standing there with a beer. He was fucking hammered, too.
I'm done with you guys. And he stormed into the sports.
Well, what are you doing? I said, we got that pool party didn't start till 10:30 at night. We had like fucking, 3 hours? It was only 7:30. So we're going to go fucking rest for a couple hours and then go. You got to rest before you go out? I'm like, yeah, asshole. We haven't fucking slept since we've been here.
So you're like a bunch of teenage punks.
Yeah. Well, because he would never have made it till 10:30 to go to that pool party. He wanted to be in bed by 10:30.
Right. Jay's not a nighttime partier. He likes to do his party, drinking or whatever.
I agree with him to an extent. But the 10-10-10s come out at night, then I got to come out at night.
It's different when you're on vacation, you're in Vegas. Like, who gives a shit? Your body clock is going to be fucked up. Just, have fun, man. You sleep when you're dead. Mike Manley? Who's that?
That's Mike with cerebral palsy from the old gym.
No, I haven't heard from him.
He sends me an email from time to time promoting new literature he puts out, but we haven't communicated with each other otherwise. It's been a while.
You Gotta Be a Freak. Thoughts on Big Rob's new album? All tracks are produced by me. Haven't seen it. I'm sure it's funny.
Here's a question. It watering my brain out. Question for all 3 of you. How would you go about improving self-confidence? Lenny, I'll let you answer this first. How would you go about improving self-confidence? And have any of you ever had trouble with self-image when you were younger? Like when you were 20 years old or whatever?
We all do. I've had, like I said, my past life was a cookie cutter, horrible self-image. Some people say I still do in my younger life. But to go through that, you have to go through obstacles. You can't just sit there and say, I'm going to positive. You go out there and do things that are difficult. You put yourself in difficult situations. You go up to girls and hit on them as you wish, not to their level or how the cookie cutters say. People say, how could you do that? I said, I just did. That's my approach. You don't like it? Do something about it. The fucking woman, when I was hitting on her mother, please leave, What's that going to do? Maybe the only thing that works is if her husband come up and say, I'm going to knock your ass out, boy. Says, get the hell away from my wife. I don't care how fucking big you are. Anyone would have walked away.
Is that what the guy said to you?
No, but that's how you stop that. But as far as self-confidence, when you do things in the gym, when you do things in your personal life, when you sacrifice, you're going to say, hey, that was pretty hard. I did it. That's what boosts your self-confidence. Getting out there and doing things that scare you. And I'm talking about physical danger too, not stupid things, but, things that taking risks. I mean, just to face it, you sign up for the military, there's a chance you can get fucking killed. If you sign up for, say, some MMA, there's a chance you get your teeth knocked out. But when you go through it and you come out unscathed or whatever, even if you don't, you say, hey, I got a lot of good qualities a lot of people can't do. That's how you build self-confidence. It's not going to come from wishful thinking or positive thinking. You have to go out and do it.
All right, man.
Amen. Please comment on Jay's live feed from last night. Even for him, that was bad. I have 3 words. Jay being Jay.
Exactly.
We've all been bullied by Jay in a live stream.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I know he went in on Bravo, but that's because, like we were talking about before the podcast, Bravo fucked up his plan. Jay wanted to hang out with Bravo the whole time and talk shit about us and create some kind of fucking bogus drama and play his little fucking game. And then when his plan got screwed up that Bravo wasn't showing up, he got quote unquote stuck with us.
He likes to lash out when things don't.
Yeah,
go
when he
his
doesn't
way.
get his way, he behaves in that fashion.
Why doesn't Lenny coach a kids or high school football team? He could turn them into a bunch of freaks and get them on the protein and in the gym and live vicariously through them.
I'd love to, but you can't do that correctly these days. They don't allow it. If you want to be effective, you'll have some school administrator breathing down your neck and some parent reporting you for things that should be done. You know, I remember some kid on our high school team knocked their tooth out during a game, came up to the coach and said, I got my tooth knocked out. The coach said, put it under your pillow. Maybe the tooth fairy will give you a quarter. That was in the 80s. That would be headline news today. Like
You're right.
bringing heat on this Texas superintendent of schools that's made a comment that Deshaun Watson, blacks don't make good quarterbacks. Probably he'll lose his job. He's been catching hell the past.
Yeah, I read
few
that.
days. Big deal. You trying to tell me if a black man said whites shouldn't be playing running back or white men can't jump? They made a movie about that, and that's okay.
Yeah, they just made a movie saying crazy rich Asians or some shit.
Yeah,
Did you
that's
see that?
okay.
What the fuck is that?
But this guy catches hell for that.
There's a show called Blackish.
That shit doesn't fly with me, and I
did
wouldn't.
whitish.
I would not do good. Any man would not do good in that environment. When you have to kowtow to that, when you have to put yourself down, it's time to go to war. See, people allow too much shit to happen.
You're not allowed to have an opinion anymore. That's the problem.
Well, I do have an opinion. The maniacs have opinions, and you say what you want to say. This isn't, like I said, the New World Order is coming, and what their plan is. They're going to decide who lives and dies. They're going to have information on every human being. And if there's something they don't like, a glitch, well, they're the first to go.
Question for Lenny and guys: what was worse, watching all the cookie cutter YouTube celeries kissing your ass, or Big J's complaining? Take a fucking wild guess.
Well,
Big J's complaining.
Nothing bothers me. I mean, you can only control yourself. If something bothers somebody, put it out. Don't let it affect you.
It was tolerable a little bit here and there because some of the shit he was saying was funny.
It was.
And then,
was funny.
A lot of the time you don't know if he's half kidding or not, but then after a while we knew he was serious, and then that's when it got like he's an annoying fucking child. But
What would have happened if Basher and Cuckliner were at the Expo?
we would have walked right by their booths.
Well, my plan was simply to say, hey, porch monkey. And then say,
Jesus Christ.
put her there, pal, and give him a handshake and go from there. I knew Andrew advised me not to, but I was going to do it. I was going to do it on film. If he has, is he going to pull out one of his knives for that? No, that's why he knew he didn't come, because he knew I was going to say it. It bothers him. It put him on the spot.
But he goes there every year?
Pretty much, and he hasn't been this one, so everyone can make a decision.
Well, what about Friday? Because we only went on Saturday.
I didn't. Nobody said he was here. They would have told me.
Yeah, I think they
Maniacs
would.
would have
Yeah, I
told
think
me.
that's true. I think Leonard's right. They would have said something.
And I would have said it to him. Even if he said, hey, what do you call me? He called me a nigger or something like that.
He called you that?
Yeah, he referred to me as whatever. I would have laughed. Say, put her there, Chuck. Let's go get you dressed up. Let's get the makeup on, shave that beard. And everyone would have laughed. That was my plan. As far as Mark Loveline, I have nothing against him. He's good information.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think he's a fucking clown, but it's all right. I don't watch his shit, so I don't
The only
really
thing
care.
that bothers me about Mark Lobliner is just the overcompensating, which he's clearly doing.
That's what short guys do, though.
Couldn't care less what he sells or whatever, but
Yeah.
just
Like John Meadows' videos, I love Brian Shaw's videos. I think Lobliner's videos are good. There's some stuff to Chuck Basher's that are good. Like he prays at night and stuff. And
You watch all that shit?
yeah, I watch. Yeah, pretty
You got a lot
good.
of time on your hands, huh?
No.
researching all this shit. Here's a good one from.
I don't watch TV anymore.
I think this is from a female, Alex Dale 07. I love lifting weights more than doing cardio, but sometimes I feel intimidated to keep lifting because there's always guys staring at me like I'm some kind of walking ribeye steak. It's just weird. So I want to know, what are your guys' thoughts on women who are weightlifting?
I think you got the wrong attitude. I think your goal is to be drive them absolutely nuts. Make them like putty in your hands. If I was you, I'd be real obscene in front of this guy. Two things are going to happen. Number one, you're going to scare off 90% of them. They're going to leave you alone. Number two, there's guys that they'll literally walk on glass for you. So girls need to really think about how men are and
call their bluff.
And most girls enjoy men looking at them like that. So
but that's why they wear what they fucking wear.
Screw your head on, right, girl? If not, get a home gym.
Yeah.
What do you think this is?
Like that. Remember that one girl when we did that Jay Cutler video at the Boynton, LA Fitness? Remember that girl that sat right in front of me with the little gray fucking pants, and she had her legs up, and she had a sweaty fucking box, and it looked like she had a little shit stain.
No, it was a shit stain.
It was a shit stain.
It was a shit stain.
And she was good. She was fucking good looking. I was shocked. She pulled her legs up right in front of me. I'm like, holy shit, there's a shit stain. And I called Leonard over. I'm like, come here, you gotta look at this.
I mean, that's a little overboard. You don't want to show people that. But
she was fucking.
See, young lady, they teach you things in school that men, boys, and girls are the same, and they think the same, and you shouldn't be hit on or catcalled. You're trying to overrun evolution and creation at the same time. Go fuck yourself. Don't listen to that shit.
And most of the time, if a girl will stare back at them, the guys will fucking look away and get nervous.
Exactly. Or stare back and do your tongue at them. I mean, most of those guys know damn well this is the type of girl that may take me outside and fuck me in the car, and you probably won't be able to get a hard on. I'll be talking.
You'd be so nervous, exactly.
You think Dale Chance is worried about when some faggot wants to spread his butt cheeks and rim him when he's squatting? No. I don't think Dale could give two shits.
But you know, it is annoying though when these chicks wear these little skimpy outfits, and you're looking at them and they get like they get an attitude if you're looking. I'm like, don't fucking wear that shit.
Keep looking. I keep looking.
I know you do.
What are you gonna do?
He's always blowing kisses.
Looking against the law.
No, hey, if you're gonna wear that,
better not. Never be.
You're gonna turn heads. You should feel thankful that guys want to look at you.
Yeah.
You know. That means you're attractive. That's not a bad thing.
Dale Chance is rather attractive for a man, Mr. Alpha Male.
Is that a Freudian slip?
When you put
Leonard?
405 on your back and you're squatting deep, that's impressive.
Question for Andrew. I'm going to college right now and finding it harder and harder to make it to the gym with homework and class every day. How do you always make time to get yourself to the gym while working? I'm 22 and have 1 year of school left. Would love to hear your response. I set my alarm for 4:50 a.m. I get up, have a big cup of coffee. I'm at the gym by 6. Diligently. Period. Don't miss it.
I'm the same.
You set your alarm clock.
5 o'clock, 5:15.
Myself, Brad and I, we
hot coffee, take a good shit.
Also and also helps to have a friend. You know, Brad and I were usually at the same gym at the same time early in the morning, so you know he can lean on me and I can lean on him. You know, it helps to have a friend you can mess around with in the gym who you look forward to seeing, in addition to getting your workout in. So you just got to set your alarm clock and go. And if it's a shitty time of day for you to go, you will eventually adjust to it. And you'll be fine. It might suck for the first couple of weeks if it's a time you're not used to, but you'll be okay. Just get in the rhythm.
Not only that, when you go there that early every day, you're going to, make friends with people because it's just pretty much the same crowd every fucking day.
That's exactly right.
And everybody's kind of got the same routine.
And try to join a gym that has favorable hours of operation. Don't join a gym that only opens at 7 a.m. and closes at 9 p.m. Try to join a gym that has the best hours possible, like a 24-hour fitness. I don't know where you live, but do those things and you'll be fine.
I wish I could go after work. I just don't have the energy. And it's too fucking crowded. I went yesterday at like 3:30, and it was fine. The crowd was fine. It wasn't too busy, but then once 5 o'clock rolled around, the fucking place filled up real quick.
Did you see Nicole?
I did not. She's not as good as advertised, dude. She does not look good in person.
Come on.
In person, dude? She looks a lot better on her Instagram photos than in person.
All she needs is a strap on. She'll be fine.
You can have that one. Way out of proportion for me. Ask Lenny, has he ever considered taking an inhaler? Like an asthma inhaler.
I inhale some 10-10-10, when I get my
Some
drift.
farts.
I had an inhaler, yeah. It didn't do much. I had it years ago.
Props to Lenny for being the only misfit who's pro-family. Rest of you guys spouting this MGTOW, that's men going their own way, shit is bogus. Simple lesson is don't get serious with a chick that wasn't raised right. I'm 100% pro-family. As a matter of fact, I think the statistics in this country are an abomination. What is it? 1 out of every 2 kids are being raised in a single-family household? That's terrible. If I can wave a magic wand and make one big change, every child will be raised by a mother and a father. But for me, myself, not for me.
Hey, it was tough. I tried, man. It just, I wish it worked out, but it didn't.
Well, when I say not for me, I mean marriage. I'm not talking about, children, but I'm referring strictly to legally ball and chaining myself to another human being. That's never going to happen. I don't believe there's any benefit for me to do something like that. I don't believe there's a benefit for any man to do something like that. Only
The law is
cons.
against you, so.
With the laws in this country, even if you sign a prenup, it's not airtight. I'm 100% pro-family. If they changed the marriage laws in this country, my sentiments might be a lot different.
Let's see.
What about you, Pumps? Why don't you get Pumps on the podcast? I'm going to grill him a little bit.
I'll see if he wants to come on. He can give his view, because he just sat back and he was like he had a front row seat to the fucking mayhem.
Should have had a front row seat at the Las Vegas Lounge. I would have liked it.
Please tell Lenny, listen to this, okay? Open your ears. Or as Judge Judy would say, put your listening ears on. Please tell Lenny to stop doing tren. It's heart attacking. Will you listen?
Yeah, I agree. Wasn't planning on doing it, but I wanted to look as big as I can for the Expo.
Moving forward, what are you planning on doing?
Keep trend pre-contest exclusively, 8 weeks out. When I'm able to handle it pre-contest, I'm in better shape and I'm lighter. You get to every look at Jay Masters. Mm-hmm. It's no coincidence he was like that too.
I got to say, I read comments from time to time, and it really, I take it to heart big time when people will say that Brad and I are shitty friends because we allow Lenny to take certain things. So Lenny,
you're fucking 48-year-old man.
I've done, I take a blame for, including whatever thing I filmed. That's me. I don't blame my parents. I made the decision. No one's putting a gun to my head. They've told me many times, this and that, be careful. What do they want them to do? Intervene? Do an intervention?
Well, you wouldn't listen to us anyway.
Well, not only that, what are we going to go into your
intervention shit?
Go in your house and take all your shit.
People, or somebody close to me was Baker acted for no good reason. It causes animosities. Oh, all the liberals, let's go intervene because we're know-it-alls. Well, I'm going to intervene every time someone's a freaking cookie cutter. How about that?
It's your body. You can put it in whatever you want. You break my balls when you see me smoking. I break your balls when I see the condition that you're in after taking all your shit.
When I see you injecting, snorting, smoking, inhaling.
Easy with I inject steroids. That's about it. Don't even go there with that shit.
Mainlining.
No, I don't do that.
These people want you to live for a long time, Lenny. So do we.
You're such a fucking.
Look at him.
Start rumors.
He's got that evil.
Like I'm a goddamn junkie.
That evil laugh.
Compared to me.
Compared to you, you do.
There's a kitty.
You do more drugs than I do. You psycho.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
I do things that are pretty much supposed to be in my body. You do things that aren't supposed to be in your body.
All that shit is supposed to be in your body.
GHB is in your body. Testosterone's in your body. Phenibut is in your body. Not nicotine. Cannabinoids.
Here's another one, Lenny. Tell Lenny to get off the major PED so he can make another trip to Vegas or Italy. See?
Actually, I am right now. I'm going to the HCG in a week.
Good.
Clomid and Exemestane. And then I think I'm going to go into a round of SARMs. And I actually may be off to any kind of test for 2 or 3 months. So we'll see how that happens.
If I started a GoFundMe for an Australian trip, would you lads consider? I'd love to go to Australia, but if we do something else, we got to fund it ourselves. I don't like leaning on. We did it once.
Maniacs. Well, I'm going to Italy. I think Winston Churchill's going to do a lot of the setup.
Fuck that. Let them pay for us. Fuck. I just spent a shitload of money this past week.
This is for
These
Christina.
cocksuckers got the free
This
ride.
is the ultimate.
Fucking-
This is for the Christina meeting.
I'll pay for
I think it'll be worldwide men's, and it has to be done. But we'll let you guys know. I mean, it's up to you. But
If a maniac wants to do it,
shit.
then
I don't care.
who am I to stop him? But as far as us doing another one, I don't know. Don't count on it. This was the stars aligned. There was no Ruby this year. The whole month of September was free for us, so we did it. And if you guys compete in the Ruby next year, then that'll be that.
Where are you at on these? Will there be a Misfit Halloween party this year? Not that I know of. Maybe go to the Body Expo in Birmingham, England. Do you guys ever think you go to England? I'd like to do that.
I loved England. I was there for a week when I was 22 at the time of my life. I'd love to go back to London.
I'd love to go there too.
Great time.
We already explained Leonard's unique encounter.
I think we already sort of did.
I'd love to go to Montreal, even if Christina's in Italy, because I hear it's one of the top party places in North America and the best place for festivals. If there's a festival, it's in Montreal.
Dead Ned Bread 1. I want a shout out from Lenny and Prince. Well, Dead Ned Bread, you just got one from me.
Go
ahead, Lenny.
Greg messaged me. Okay, you want to hear this?
He's listening to the
He
podcast.
said no, but he said, "Yo, baby, tell Lenny Las Vegas Lounge called me and said he lost a load inside a big black tranny." He said he was in heaven laughing.
Oh, I know what we can do.
He said he grabbed the nastiest one in that bitch. Good for him.
Greg,
Laughing.
here's what I want you
Hold on,
to
I want to
do.
read this.
She grabbed me, Greg.
He said, "Did you see the video I took of him giving the shout outs before he started eating that Schwarz's moon pie?"
Oh, my fucking God. Oh, shit.
He said, "I think it's on his phone."
Moon pie. I like that.
He said, "I got him facing me head on with its big black face in his face. He yelled something and went in for crumpets."
I know Andrew Calora's got a chuckle out of this. Crumpets. Let Andrew Calora do the impersonation voice.
You gotta take the Snickers. You put it right in her ass.
The crumpets. Here's what I want from Greg. I want you to make a trip to the Las Vegas Lounge on a semi-weekly basis and give me footage of tan 1010s that you could upload to my phone so I could jerk off to.
You nasty fuck. I'll let him know.
Come on, Greg. That's what I want. I want shout-outs from the tan 1010s.
You know who he was giving shout outs to when he did that. Greg doesn't know who Dale is. I'm sure you were saying, "What do you think about that, Dale?"
What do you think about these crumpets, Dale? I wonder what Dale's crumpets from his moon pie taste like.
So Jay should have beat the piss out of PJ at the Olympia. There was none of that shit going on.
PJ looked pretty jacked up and pretty intense. There were veins popping out of his head.
He must have been hot as hell
He
in
was
that.
beat.
Yeah, he looked like he
That-
was sweating in that fucking
I like when he
suit.
pulled out the interior. I told him, "You're dressed to kill." He pulled out opened the thing and said Blackstone on the inner
on the
parts.
inside, yeah.
We need one that says Delray Misfits. A big suit.
Watch, someone will send you one now.
What are your measurements, Leonard?
52-inch gut. Probably 18-inch arms.
Yeah, you need to get a passport if we're going to go anywhere international.
Yeah, that's true.
Question for Big Lenny. What was your inspiration to get into bodybuilding? Or did it just happen from the love of
Well,
lifting
my father
weights?
had weights in the basement. He was down there 6-7 nights a week after work every single night, probably listening to the hockey game or the Pirate baseball game. And, he had a few magazines every once in a while, not much, but probably Lou Ferrigno from watching the Hulk as a kid when I saw the type of muscle and later on seeing the wrestlers. But it certainly wasn't from the Olympic lifters, which is big back in the 70s with Vasily Alexiev and all those Olympic weightlifters. They had no kind of muscle definition. But definitely have to be Lou Ferrigno. And comic books, too. Then later on, wrestling, and then I got involved in the muscle mags. Pretty common for a lot of guys my age. They're into that, like John Meadows, same scenario from what I understand.
Okay. What do you think about the carnivore diet? This girl named
Yeah, I think
Alex.
it has to be introduced gradually.
Sugar Skull Alex
I
has.
hear good results from it. It's basically what we were tend to eat. It's basically what cats eat. But it surprised me, actually, that
Am I missing something, or does that simply mean you eat meat?
there's a doctor that simply, get this, it was on Joe Rogan's show.
Okay.
He eats 5 ribeye steaks a day, spaced apart maybe every 2
Was that
hours.
Jordan Peterson that he had on?
Jordan Peterson adopted it from this doctor. But this doctor, the only thing he goes in his mouth are salt for the steak, and he drinks water. And the ribeyes. And that's it. And ribeye is a very fatty piece of nice, delicious cut of beef.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
But he says he looks forward to every steak day after day, and he feels fine in perfect health. But it doesn't seem like he's taking any vitamin C or anything, which puzzles me. Because Dr. Linus Pauling also recommended a high amount of vitamin C.
He takes no multivitamins in addition to that?
None. Linus Pauling says a lot of animals like monkeys and cats, they can create their own vitamin C. He claims humans can't. And Linus Pauling was actually advocating 20 grams of vitamin C a day. Buffered, of course, because it's very acidic.
And who is the person doing this diet?
There's a physician. He was on the Joe Rogan show.
An actual physician, not a,
Yes,
not
and
a
then
PhD.
Jordan Peterson, right, and then Jordan Peterson adopted the diet. His daughter adopted the diet. And they fuck around. I know it clears up people's skin. It gets their moods even keel. Probably for me, it would probably extend my life because it would get me off the insulin. So I'm worried right now, maniacs. I went off insulin a week ago. You're not really supposed to do that, but I'm going to go off 2 or 3 months, see what happens.
Oh.
And I went off HGH2. I'm also see if I'm going to get some gut reduction.
Do you test your own blood sugar?
Never. I don't like pricking my finger. I don't like prick. I'm not going to prick.
You should start doing that, you know.
I ain't doing it. I don't like it.
See, you can't tell him.
No,
See? Right.
These
if
people
a
don't
tan
understand.
10 can prick me open anywhere, that's a different story. I just need one on it. I need a tan 10 personal care
Well,
notice.
if you're not pricking your stomach with the insulin needle, you might as well prick
Lenny,
your
I don't like pricking my finger because there's
Lenny,
muscle on it.
is there any circumstance under which you would either yourself or allow someone else to test your blood sugar levels by pricking your finger? Or is it just an absolute no from you?
I don't like it in the finger.
So that's a no.
It's creepy.
That's a no.
You mean
Yeah.
it's creepy?
There's no muscle there.
We can't.
I'm not going to be pricking my finger all day. I think
I'm glad people
your
are
body
hearing
can
this.
regulate itself and stuff. It's just a matter of how you feel, but simply reduce the carbs. I don't go for all this high-tech medical shit.
Testing your blood sugar is not high-tech medical shit.
Well, I'll
It's-
feel it if it's high.
You will? How? What will you feel like? How can you
Hot,
tell?
sweaty. And if it's low, you feel it too. You get sweaty too, and a cold sweats.
If I send you a bag of fire, would you guys smoke it on the podcast? Jared407, yes. Send it on over. All right, ask Lenny to describe his first stack, what he took, why he decided to take what he did, and what his overall experience was like.
When I was 19 years old, I asked a kid at I played high school football with. He went to a local gym. I was still training in my grandmother's garage because I was kicked out of my house, to get me something to put some size on. He came back with some Anadrol. I think I paid $150. It was 100 tabs. It was the old United States Syntex brand, you know, with the red label and the white top, glass bottle.
I have no idea.
Took one a day till it ran out. Yeah, I got really big, but the funny thing was when I went off it, I started getting even bigger because I started eating more and I was more into the training and the eating. And I actually got bigger when I went off it too because I was young and 19. So I actually caused my body to kickstart itself a little bit after I went off. And then I didn't start again until I was 25, which is a big mistake. I was going through all this natural shit because a lot of the magazines were saying at the time, you know, natural is tough guy, this and that, and signing petitions to get... I'm stupid. Muscle and Fitness, they had petitions where you can cut it out of the magazine and send it to Congress to make steroids a controlled substance. And I'm thinking, what the fuck did I do that for? And sure enough, they did it. But a lot of us assholes got duped into it. Then you had Joe Weider saying, buy my anabolic mega pack. It's just the same, if not better, which is a fucking total joke. I don't know what I was thinking, but we didn't have the internet back then. We had this fucking garbage magazines.
Yeah,
and some of them were lead me astray. It wasn't until Muscle Media, Muscle Mag International came out, they started telling the truth, and I got big as fuck following Greg Kovacs. Huh. Actually, I followed Tony Mandarich's diet in Sports Illustrated. That's how I got real fucking big, naturally.
Really? And people can still find this, right?
Oh, yeah. Has a lot of high-calorie foods, too. They're not clean, but, of course, he was playing football at the time, so he was lean.
That's kind of what you still do now, though. You eat everything.
Yeah, I do.
Let's see what we got over here. You have the post-vacation blues, Leonard?
Yeah.
I know it. Somebody asked.
Post-vacation 10-10-10 blues.
Leonard had a very good time there. He kept saying how he wanted to move there.
I would have liked to have a 5-on-1 like so-and-so. Who remain nameless.
All right. I'm from the UK visiting the US soon. In your opinion, what are the best places to visit?
Depends what time of year you're doing it.
Yeah, would Vegas be high on the list?
Yeah, the Las Vegas Lounge would be high on my list anytime.
Vegas is great. You just got to have money. I mean, it's not cheap.
You need money anywhere.
No, that's true. But there, I mean, it just fucking goes.
Unless you want to go to the Hoover Dam. How much did that cost you?
$10 to park.
Figures.
The whole town of
You get so mad about that.
The whole town of Las Vegas is designed to separate you from your money. Everywhere you go, it just flies out of your pocket, man.
You got to tip everybody.
Executive Chef Gregory Fortunato, who provided a meal on the house, and a tour guide of a little bit of L.A. Las Vegas lounge. I mean, couldn't ask for more. There's very few guys like Gregory Fortunato in this world, and I'm fortunate to have met him last week.
I would say to this guy from the UK, if you're coming to the States during the summer, go to New York. If you're coming to the States during the winter, go to South Florida down here. I don't know if you're a cold weather or warm weather person, but you got to ask yourself that and go from there and what time of year you're planning on coming. So kind of hard to answer your question unless we know what time of year.
I heard New Orleans is pretty fun.
Yeah, it is.
You got to check
Mardi
that out.
Mardi Gras time.
They got some 10-10-10s up
Could you imagine if we went to Mardi Gras?
Oh, geez.
Let's go.
Holy
When is that, February?
shit. I think it is February or March. If I can. All right, let me Google it.
Let's call Greg, see if he wants to go to Mardi Gras with us. We'll make a video.
He'd do it.
Let's do a GoFundMe for Gregory Fortunato. Hey, Greg, show us your dick for some beads.
Well, you and him are fucking a match made.
We just picked the right spot. I mean,
but
anybody could have done that.
Mardi Gras 2019 falls on Tuesday, March 5th.
Count me out.
Why?
Work.
So we can, before Mardi Gras, so that would be arriving no later than March 1st or 2nd and staying through Ash Wednesday, which is March 6th.
Did you ever get ashes, Brad? Except for the ones from your dope and cigarettes.
What do you mean?
Was a Catholic.
Yeah, when they put the fucking cross on your forehead. Yeah, I did all that shit.
The priest used to say he had to go,
I did all that shit.
remember you are dust, into dust you shall return. Oh, that's very inspiring.
My exes were both, my kids' mothers are both Catholic. I was Catholic for a while,
Until you got her on pumps and you started.
I was a fucking sheep for a while. Hey, when you're young, you get led astray, as you would say.
But if that plane was going down, even pumps would be praying.
Into the bullshit of the Catholic Church. Whatever. Gives a fuck. Your mind changes as you get older.
Tell me about it. I wouldn't like a 10-10-10 when I was young, that's for sure.
At what age did you start to realize that's what you were attracted to?
Downtown Pittsburgh.
How old?
18, going downtown, seeing all those black girls on the streets of Liberty Avenue. And somebody saying, don't get your hopes up, young man. They're not women. I said, get the fuck out of here. I said, don't even tell me that. That's when they had the leather boots all the way up, the big frizzy hair, the mink coats, 'cause it was cold. Because those are all men. Get the fuck out of here. There was like 30 of them. Probably the best 10 scene ever at downtown Pittsburgh.
Buddy of mine is moving back up there in February. I'll have to.
In February.
I'll have to cue him in on that.
Yeah, Liberty Avenue and.
Why would you move it in the middle of the fucking
You used to go to peep shows where you buy tokens, and you put it in, and the screen comes up. There's a naked girl.
Like Nate's Jack Shack?
Yeah, we jack it. And,
Or the thing Jay said, where like that they line the assholes up,
Yeah, like the glory
like glory hole for assholes.
I remember busting it out in the plexiglass, and
You
there's this old black guy
disgusting
coming out with a
fuck.
mop. That's his job.
Imagine that fucking job.
Cream pie cleanup guy.
Yeah, girls would sit back there. They'd have a freaking book because they didn't have cell phones, you know, makeup, some cigarettes, you know, reading a fucking romance novel while they're playing with themselves.
Jesus Christ. Lenny, why even bother with Clomid HCG at your age? Just go on TRT for 6 months, rebuild your foundation with basic lifts, eat properly, and sleep a lot.
I'm going to do that.
You know this shit. We shouldn't have to tell you. Thanks for the video.
TRT, I want to empty my receptors totally.
Brad, did your
TRT doesn't empty the receptors totally.
Brad, did your head shrink in the dry heat, or did you get reconstructive surgery? You sick fucks that are obsessed with the size of my head.
Oh, I noticed one thing about the side effects of the Vegas heat. The girl's piss was so dark. It was like one of those dark beers.
I didn't think that
That's
was
why I
real.
didn't drink it.
In the video. That didn't look
No,
real.
because it was, you know, that's dehydrated piss. So I don't want to go near it.
Greg
you know?
goes, it smells like popcorn.
Do you want me to play that video? You want me to play the audio?
Play the audio for the maniacs.
Did Leonard and Tony Huge double penetrate a 10-10-10 together and
Not
then
yet.
drink their semen and snowball the said tranny?
You know, if you play that audio, what's going to happen? There's going to be so much pressure put on you to release that.
Well, it's just him standing there talking,
Well, that's one of the videos.
butt fucking naked with a used condom on his dick. I couldn't even believe that I was standing there filming that shit.
When I went to piss, I didn't know I had a condom on me. And I'm
just
pissing, nothing's coming out. And I got this big balloon, water balloon. What the fuck? Why don't you tell me? What's with these condoms, too? That's a disgrace.
You know what? I'll play it so that these people can get some kind of fucking. The one that you have is the better one now.
Yeah, bring your phone to my house next time.
Hey, Kimbo.
Well, I cracked a 10 in Vegas. She was wonderful. She started calling me daddy. I started calling her daughter. We hit it off.
That's the hair blow dryer.
She said,
They dry your balls off. They dry your balls off.
she was rubbing dicks together. That's actually her piss.
She had a big fat ass.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
She saved the warm piss.
I was trying to get under.
You two guys can verify that was real tranny piss.
That's real tranny pee-pee.
Absolutely.
That's tranny pee-pee.
Looks like
Hey, guys.
apple juice.
Hey guys.
It actually looks like MK677 too.
Brad, right here. Too much crazy, not enough water. Very dark. That's
She doesn't drink
kind
alcohol.
of a popcorn smell to it. I can smell it. A little rough.
Oh, the popcorn
Good for you though.
kid.
Buttery. Good buttery. Enjoy. It goes down well.
You know what else that was great? She was doing a massage with her nails. Like, holy fuck, that felt good. All over my ass, you know, this nice little swirling motion.
Did you take a little butthole?
Yeah.
Get the gooch.
Yeah, she did.
There you go.
She did. She was dad.
Don't be.
She was dad.
Greg said he got you a Snickers. What happened to Snickers?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Completely forgot.
And then give it back. $3.75.
Okay.
$3.75. I paid a fucking Snickers.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's supposed to come out of my daughter's ass into my mouth, but
it's going in there right
This was what, at 6 in the morning?
she said Daddy got a tight asshole.
6:30 in the morning this took place.
No wonder I can't take it up
Is
the
that Andrew drinking a beer?
now. Push out.
We need to post that somewhere.
couple
Yeah,
poppers.
poppers. Push out. Eat a Snickers.
Think the old chance can handle this?
I'm telling you now, that bar was great.
It was. It what came in, I was like, whoa. Lenny was in heaven there.
He was.
And I like that one.
Brad, you walk in,
Yeah.
this is him. This is him. Right out the dick.
Oh, and guess what?
Should he walk in?
You are a disgrace.
Yeah.
Not a man, punk. pumps. And I mean, you're going to catch up on that airplane that pumps.
Not in touch with your training.
How dare you? What kind of man are you, pumps? You ran out of training talk. Ran the fuck out of there. Who would do that?
I was about to put your toothbrush.
Even Aaron and Nancy stuck it out.
I was going to put your
Aaron got some good footage.
I was going to put your toothbrush in that BB.
Aaron sent you the footage. You got it.
I wouldn't do that.
Pumps.
I'm not that. Pops. You should have had some training cock. Pumps his ass. Right there.
We're going to get pumps and force.
No, there was some good training.
Anal rape. Oh, yeah.
If anyone wants a visual, they're in the hotel room at 6:30 in the morning. Lenny's standing there naked with a used condom hanging off this fucking
I
tallywhacker.
was so bombed, I didn't even give a shit. Just like, all right, I'll film it. What the fuck? We were out of our fucking mind that night. We were having breakfast at the fucking diner with them guys, and Nate just like got up. He's like, "We gotta go now. I gotta go, Brett." I'm like, everybody's looking at him like, "What the fuck?" He was like falling asleep at the table. He's like, he like needed to go to the hotel room right away. They're all looking at me. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm like, sit down. We're gonna finish our meal and then we'll go. Relax. 10 minutes.
He hit his wall.
Yeah, everybody has that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't
Good
see
times.
the sun come up in Vegas,
I didn't see it.
You saw the moon.
I sure did.
That's what you saw.
And I'm sure Chef Gregory Fortunato will be sending pics. At least I hope. At least once a month, Greg.
I'll ask him.
Does Greg listen to this? Send him a link.
I don't think so. No, he doesn't even watch. He doesn't go on Instagram. He doesn't go on
Get him to
YouTube.
give me
He's
shout
not-
outs
He doesn't
and
go.
nasty
He doesn't go.
stuff.
He doesn't go on any of
Maybe
this shit.
pick their
He's
nose
got an
a little
Instagram,
bit.
but he never goes on. He's not like he's not. He's too fucking hyper. He can't sit there. And
Yeah, I can
look at
see
this
that.
shit. He's always busy doing shit. He lives life. He doesn't live through his fucking phone and all this other crap. You
It's
know.
old school.
Yeah. He's got a fucking iPhone 2, I think. It's like one of the oldest iPhones there is. He doesn't give a shit. Yeah. So, but oh no, it was a good trip, man. I thought we had fun. We squashed the little bullshit with Cassidy.
Yeah, he gave us a shout out in his Vegas video, and Cassidy and I we've had kind of a long. Well, I've had a long standing bone to pick with him, and we settled it in Vegas. We had a talk, and we're good now. He did something that irked me a couple years ago. He knows what it was, and but we talked about it, and we're good. So
Yeah, he was fun. His buddy, the guy that films for him, Semi, the guy that was Cali Aesthetics, he was real cool.
he wants to
Buy
come
me
here.
beers and shit. He was a good dude.
He wants to come here and do a Lenny picking up girls video. I told him to let me know.
Sounds like a good idea.
He was here once before, a few years ago. We did a video with Jason. I worked out with him. He was cool, but then, a little incident happened, but we squashed it. That's what's kind of cool about going to these things. You get to see all these people, and Nate had beef with Jerry Ward, and they squashed it.
Yeah.
So
Jerry Ward was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, he was-
nice. He was all right to talk to.
I read a lot of comments. He's wearing a Gucci cap and a Boston Celtics jersey. Like, what kind of combination is that? But he was
I
very
wasn't even paying attention.
he was very nice in person.
Look at what the fuck we're wearing.
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
I'm the last person to talk about how anyone dresses. I know that.
I'm not like the fucking poster boys for fashion over here.
No, far from it.
Well, I set the standard for fashion
Yeah, you sure did. Fucking Montreal
at all
jersey.
times.
Grown man wearing a fucking jersey.
Porn addict
Hey, you and
shirt.
Jerry Ward are right. Yeah, perfect.
Not some fag over in England. Not
Who
me.
you referring to? Who was it?
was Hilfigers, Versace, faggots, Nike, all of them.
You've never owned a pair of Nike shoes?
I did when I was younger. I was a cookie cutter.
What kind of sneakers did Dale send you again? Remember that?
Pumas.
They were Puma. All right.
You still probably have them in the box, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I know you do.
My foot's too big.
Like it's ever going to shrink. What size are they? 13 and a half?
Maybe
He
I like to get a
he
10.
sent him a size small to fuck with your
Next
mom.
time I find a nice big 10, I'll get her to wear them with some fishnet pantyhose. She could foot fuck me with them.
It's almost time to go.
Yeah.
Well, before we leave, I'd like to shout out Buy Research Liquids, support.
Purchase peptides too, right?
That's the same thing, yeah. So new.
Peptides.net.
Buy Research Liquids, have all your chem needs. And also New World Nutritionals, my sponsor, with an S. There's New World Nutrition. That's not me. New World Nutritionals with an S. Good hardcore bodybuilding products, stuff that you need, stuff that's going to keep your liver going. Great digesting proteins, not these disgusting amino spiked stuff that you better not even taken. Two good companies I can vouch for, both that help me, and I
Lou's
help in
got
return.
the purchase peptides are good. Buy Research Liquids, it's called. What do you got written down over there? Anything?
What, to talk about? No, that's from last week. More like, 3 weeks ago, whenever we did the last one. Left a piece of paper sitting here.
So let's get in touch with Mark. Maybe we can talk politics. We could talk Illuminati.
He said
We
he'd
could
like
talk-
to come back on after the
Yeah.
Vegas
I
trip,
bet we
right?
can talk real important stuff.
I'd love Mark to come on our next trip. I bet he'd be fun.
Yeah.
I just don't think he would do it. Look at Lenny rolling his eyes. What would he be doing, Lenny, the whole time?
Stockpiling or adding to his stockpile, which if it all
Stockpile
comes
what?
down, he says,
His
I'm
loads?
coming over there. No, it's ammunition.
Ammunition. It's a bit of a gun nut.
Rightfully so.
Likes his weaponry.
Rightfully so. Once he unveils what he's been researching and he has the time to do it, I think we'll all be packing real soon.
We got to thank the owners of the Strength
Signature strength and nutrition.
Gym. Yeah, that was a good spot. I'm glad they let us come there.
I want to thank Lou D'Onofrio for the invite to the pool party. It was
Lou set that up. Lou set up the gym.
one of the best. Yeah, I set that
Shout
up.
out to Big Lou D, man.
Everything Lou says he's going to do, he does.
He always comes through.
I gotta tip my cap to him, man. He has come through for us, and he is a very, very, very
Unlike somebody that remained
generous
nameless.
man.
Yeah.
So thank you, Lou.
Well, Jay came through. He actually showed up this time, but what didn't go as planned for him.
No matter what we did, he would have found something to complain about. That's
Thanks,
my
Andrew
opinion.
Calora, for coming down in the middle of your prep for next year's Grand Prix. Hopefully it was a nice break for you to get back to your serious regimen.
Did he start his prep?
We have lifting. Basically, he's still.
Oh, I thought he was starting.
Well, not the actual dieting prep. He's still.
Who do you think will win, Lou or Andrew, if they compete against each other?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
It's going to be a mystery to me. To me, it looks like
but
a good
Lou's going to be
matchup.
50 over, right?
And Andrew's 40 and over.
But they're not.
I
in
think they're the
class.
same thing.
I think it's the same thing.
Oh, okay. Give shout outs
Just
to
wanna see what
everybody else. Joe Pietero, Muscle Sport Mag for coming.
Yeah, he was a good guy too. It was good meeting him.
Yeah, he was cool.
It's good meeting everybody. Everybody we met was great.
And that lovely Dominican cop and her husband. Thank you for being a good sport. I can get out of hand sometimes, hopefully not too bad. And I wish maybe you guys could come to Florida.
Where do they live? Where are they from?
New York. Get out in the wintertime. Come down to South Florida. You can stay at my place.
Yeah, I'm sure it's exactly where they want to stay. Who would sleep on the big pile of dirt right by the front door? Him or her?
Me.
Did they clean that up? His fucking water heater broke while he was.
No.
Yeah, I came in.
Fucking place is flooded.
When I came over on vacation, I come in, there's a leaking from the top of the water heater all over the floor.
Of course, it happens when he goes. The one time he goes away.
Exactly.
So now what do I have? Fleas like you wouldn't believe.
What, Leonard? And you're
I
living
went
in that
and
shit?
put something in my garbage can, and about 1,000 fleas.
You sure they were fleas or tiny little sugar ants?
No, they were fleas. They flew.
And you're laughing about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
It's like you're living outside in a fucking.
What I'm going to do is, they're into that garbage can eating something, so what am I
You
gonna
might
do?
as well live under the fucking
Wait,
bridge. in
Lenny,
95.
If I were in Vegas, I could.
Lenny, before you went to Vegas, did you throw out your garbage or did you leave rotting food
no,
out?
remember I brought it out.
He walked out. You said, "Is that
But
part of
it
your
was
luggage?"
from-
Right. So you had
There was
no.
some stuff in there from, I don't know, maybe some residue. And man, I never seen so many, like a mound of it. It was because of the leak water. When you got water in your house, folks, let me tell you, that's a perfect breeding ground for any
Mosquitoes,
type of insect. It's like in Vegas. You got no water, you're not going to have bugs. It's as simple as that. That's why I drink 5 gallons a day. Water means growth.
South Florida is basically a swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you think about it,
Unfortunately, I don't like to think of it like that, but
it is where we live. It's just swampland. Right on top of it.
It's not like Chance Estates.
You hear that, Greg? You might have a new roommate soon. Big Lenny.
How big is Greg's place?
I'm going to stay at the Las Vegas Lounge 24/7.
Big enough for Leonard.
They can put a little reclining chair in the back. I could sleep upright.
Greg's a little guy.
Maybe they can rename it Lenny's Lounge.
I tell you what, man, if I was a rich man, I'd be having some seriously demented orgies with those dens.
Well, that's what all these freaks want to see, which, what they don't understand, you can't post that shit.
I know. Even if we did, yeah, where are you going to put it? Where are you going to post it?
You can't put it on YouTube. It'll get flagged right away. Pornhub, I guess, you could, but...
Yeah,
I'm not.
Not really worked well.
I'm not.
Yeah, that didn't... Yeah, the last time that happened, what happened?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Exactly. Nothing good. We'll say that.
I'll just have to call out for Del Chance.
Yeah, and your flaccid fucking dick. Real exciting.
That's why Nancy doesn't want to watch it, because I wasn't at my best. My bestest. My bestest. Right, Nancy? My bestest.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
Well, you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, I think I'm
Good
ready.
hour and 40
Take a
minutes.
shit. That's
All right.
it.
We'll try to get back into a somewhat regular podcast schedule. Last few weeks have been sporadic. We know that. So,
It's all up to the big man. Me and Andrew,
yeah.
any night of the week, Leonard. You know that.
And also, I know this will be easier said than done, but I hope that we don't enter another prolonged Ment drought on the heels of the Vegas trip. Let's try to do something in a gym sometime, someplace.
Or something on Dixie Highway, what they really want.
You know what? I'll do it.
With Nate's
Let's go.
Nate's night golf.
Let's do it.
It could be dangerous, but
He's got a night camera. Oh, I bet he does. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. He'll let us
No,
borrow.
it could be dangerous up there. Believe me, I've had guns pulled on me up there, and I've lived to tell about it. I've had razor blades.
Dixie
right to my
Highway
balls.
in Delray or West Palm?
West Palm.
You sure
Palm
it's still
Beach
like
Lakes.
that though?
It's probably more so with Backpage being down.
How far? Oh, absolutely. How far up?
Go to
Okeechobee?
Palm Beach Lakes and make a left onto Dixie, right past Good Samaritan Hospital.
Okay.
Go down Dixie.
Riviera Beach.
You'll see stuff there. Not quite. West
That's
Palm.
a bad area.
No shit.
Riviera Beach is like
You
Compton.
going there at 2 a.m?
You don't go to Riviera. You'll go to Hollywood Boulevard, but you'll stop around 45th Street.
45th Street is.
Riviera is Blue Heron.
We'll try to think of something we can do in between.
Hey, I was riding around in Overtown years ago. Got stuck in I got lost, I got stuck, and I got converged on, and my car wouldn't start. But it ended up.
I remember, you told that
terrifying.
story.
Yeah, that's something that we
they
don't
were
want
in
to be
the back.
involved in. Thank you very much.
We were off the road.
Andrew just said he'll do it. It's all you, pal.
I think
You don't even stay up
what I
past
did
10
is
o'clock. Who the fuck you
I think they got a
shit.
hotel that's close by there.
Are they running out relatively early? You don't have to go out at 2 in the morning, do you?
Yeah,
What time do you have to go out?
For the 10-10-10s, you go out at night.
And you would do this where? In the car?
I'd put the seat back, get my dick sucked, or do a 69.
He's not doing
They'd
that shit
ride
in my
me.
car.
No.
Fuck.
No, you don't have to do anything, really. Just you can interview him and maybe have fun or take him somewhere.
Give them enough money, they'll do it.
Right.
Yeah, take him to let him blow
Or if
you
you
in the
see one
back
of
alley.
my old flames, Tamika, she's very friendly.
Not Tamika Smelly.
No, it's a 10-10-10 Tamika.
Well,
So we'll call Tamika Tyreek.
Kimbo's out.
He's being very
Can't
social
call him
tonight.
man's names, it ruins it. If I see him as a man, hear a man's name, I'm done.
Okay, I get it.
It's a complete wash.
That's enough of that. We've talked enough about your tranny shit.
Jay Masters wants to hear more, apparently.
Jay Masters is a closet fag.
We should have a gay wedding between Brad and Jay.
We were supposed to get a dress on Leonard. Remember we passed all those wedding chapels?
Yeah.
Supposed to be Nate. Now, Brad's got that leather fister look down. The Freddie Mercury with the fucking chaps with no clothes on.
Perfect.
His girlfriend probably like it. Brad wears those
Yep.
chaps.
Here it comes.
You see Brad? He slicked back his hair, had a fucking metal or one of those spiked bracelets on.
All right, meme trolls, do your thing.
He'd be like,
I know their names. I have too many to list. The ones that tag us and shit every morning when I wake up.
They could come deliver in the mail and give a good fisting.
Oh my fuck.
That stuff is beyond disgusting. I mean, what I've seen of it is just abominable.
You got any outro songs you'd like to listen to?
Oh, I don't even remember. Oh, shit.
What were they playing at the Las Vegas Lounge?
They're playing.
Groove is in the heart in the
Actually,
video.
they're playing that song from the movie Slapshot. You ever see the honky movie called Slapshot?
Yeah. You never saw Slapshot with Paul Newman?
It's a disco song.
It's a great movie. The Hanson, what would they call it? The what?
Hanson Brothers.
The Hanson Brothers, right.
Yeah, look it up. It's a theme from the movie Slapshot. I forget.
Right.
I don't know the name, but
Slapshot movie.
You should see that. You'd like it. It's classic.
it is. My father loved it. He actually let us watch it. It was pretty foul at the time with Paul Newman.
Yeah.
To me, it's one of the funniest sports movies ever made.
Yep.
Maniacs, go and watch it. Slapshot.
These fucking ads before these goddamn videos. It's like I'm watching one of Jason's videos. Ad. All right. That's it. Until next time, assholes.
Good night.